Today's development is extremely significant in global politics and international trade. The very claim that Iran has been making for the past 6 months has now been validated at the highest judicial level in America. Yes, you heard that right. In a major ruling, the Supreme Court of the United States has declared several key tariffs imposed by Donald Trump unlawful. This decision has come as a serious political and economic setback for Trump and his trade strategy. Let's rewind a little. When Trump began aggressively imposing tariffs on multiple countries, presenting it as a strategy to protect American industries and reduce trade deficits, many nations strongly objected. Among them, Iran was one of the first to publicly call these tariffs illegal and an abuse of executive authority. Iran accused the United States of practicing economic coercion and what they described as economic bullying. According to Iranian officials, these trade measures were not just economic decisions, they were political pressure tactics aimed at forcing compliance from other nations. At that time, many Western analysts dismissed Iran's claims as political rhetoric. However, now the U.S. Supreme Court has delivered a 6-3 majority verdict stating that these tariffs exceeded legal boundaries. Out of the 9-judge bench, 6 judges ruled that the trade measures did not meet constitutional standards. This ruling has massive global implications. Why? Because tariffs are not just taxes on imports. They influence global supply chains, financial markets, diplomatic relations, and geopolitical stability. When the world's largest economy makes a trade move, the entire international system feels the impact. Now comes the second layer of this story. In the past 12 hours, political observers and defense analysts have started discussing a new theory. Some experts believe that after such a significant legal defeat on trade policy, there could be attempts to shift media attention toward foreign policy, particularly toward Iran. Currently, one of the biggest talking points in Washington is how Trump's tariff strategy suffered a blow. But the next major issue always hovering in the background is Iran, especially with rising tensions, military positioning in the region, and ongoing diplomatic strain. Some analysts are suggesting the possibility of limited military strikes as a way to change the narrative. However, this remains speculation. Iran, on its part, has already responded strongly. Iranian officials have made it clear that whether a strike is limited or large-scale, the response would be decisive and proportionate. They have warned that any military base used for aggression across the broader Middle East region could become a target. This raises a serious concern. History shows us that limited military actions can quickly escalate into broader conflicts. What starts as a controlled strike can spiral into prolonged confrontation. That is why many experts believe caution is currently preventing direct escalation. Meanwhile, global reactions are also noteworthy. Vladimir Putin has previously criticized U.S. sanctions and tariffs, describing them as tools of economic pressure. Just recently, while speaking publicly, he reiterated that certain additional sanctions, particularly in the context of countries like Cuba, would not be recognized by Russia. This indicates that the Supreme Court ruling may strengthen the position of countries that have been opposing U.S. trade measures.